Hello everyone, Mr. Derp Gamers here. This is our first video. This video will be a warrior macro tutorial. Most likely for the ones that would like to improve their PvP skills and whatnot. The first macro that we're gonna look into is my charge macro. It's a simple macro. Show tooltip charge, cast by a battle shout, cast charge. So when you're gonna use charge, it's gonna pop a battle shout on the same time. So you get the buff that increases your strength and agility. And when you use it, you're gonna get more rage when you charge. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you my sort of burst macro that deals the most damage, sort of. It's a really good macro. It's show tooltip Herrick Strike, cast random overpower, cast Herrick Strike. This will basically do so you're gonna cast Herrick Strike and overpower at the same time. It's gonna look something like this. It's gonna make overpower to proc. Here we go. And as you can see, you cast both of the Herrick Strike and overpower at the same time. Then we got my fair macro. It's a really simple macro. It's basically when you pop fair, you're gonna stop attacking the target when you use fair, so you won't hit the target when you use it, so it doesn't break. So if I attack the target, as you can see now, I pop my fair and I stopped attacking the target. Alright, the next macro that's up is my recklessness macro, my burst macro. Right here, show tooltip recklessness, cast inner rage, cast my trinket, cast recklessness. So whenever I use this, it's gonna pop recklessness, inner rage, and my trinket. As you can see, this means I will deal a lot of damage. As you can see, my Heracleid macro is really simple. If you don't have this macro, you're gonna have a lot of problems in mainly PvP. This is what happens if you don't have the macro and you try to spam Heracleid. As you can see, the circle disappears. Now if you have the macro, the circle won't disappear even though you're spamming it. Then we got my healing macro. It will basically cast Rallying Cry and Enraged Regeneration on the same time. Like that. Now to the more advanced macros. This is a focus target charge. It will basically charge your focus target. So if I put he must focus target, I target myself and I cast charge, it will charge my focus target. The next macro is my focus target throwdown. It will throw down my focus target. As you can see, I just throw down my focus target. As a warrior, you really need defensive stance macro, which will basically equip your 100 weapon and your shield and change your stance to the defensive stance. This is really useful against the casters, so you can pop spell reflection, for example. It's not only usable against casters, it's really helpful against melees too, as when you need to pop, for example, shield wall or shield block, or perhaps disarm the target. The macro will look something like this. Now Now to the battle stance macro. It's basically just gonna change your stance to battle stance and change your weapon back to your two-handed weapon whenever you have used your defensive stance macro. Cancel aura recklessness macro is probably one of the most important macros that you need. For example, when you do arenas and you pop recklessness and the enemies switch for you, then you're probably gonna take a lot of more damage. So to avoid this, you need this macro. It will basically cancel out the recklessness whenever you have popped it. So for example, if the enemies in the arena switch for you and you have popped the recklessness and you pop this macro, it will cancel out the recklessness. Like that. My intervene macro is quite simple. As you can see, it's show tooltip intervene, target my partner, cast intervene, and target last target. So if I target myself here, I pop my macro, it intervenes my partner, and it targets the last target, which was me. Now to the last but not least macro is my cancel aura Blaze-Storm macro. As you can see, I cancel aura the Blaze-Storm and now I can charge the target.